guys, welcome back to our channel, BA Adventures.
Today we're going to cover our Volcano Bay review. It's part of our series. If you haven't checked the last review of Universal Orlando Resort and Islands of Adventure, it is right up here where I was pointing. So anyway, let's just dive right into this. I mean, like, there's lots of likes. I mean, the likes completely outweigh the dislikes here for this one. So
it's my favorite water park, honestly. I've only been to 2 now, but amazing water park.
Same. I've only ever been to 2 water parks, so I don't have much to compare it to. But Islands of Adventure, not Islands of Adventure, sorry, Volcano Bay, hands down, one of the best water parks I have ever been in. So it is also my favorite. So let's jump into, what do we want to start with?
So just walking into Volcano Bay, it's a beautiful park. You first see the volcano. Mm-hmm. And you can see it from the highway, actually. It's that large.
Yeah.
And the volcano is actually the wave pool. And I thought it was just awesome. It's picturesque. And probably the biggest highlight of the park.
It's the centerpiece of the entire park. And it's not just the wave pool. I mean, there's 3 slides that drop you down out of there.
Yes.
Which we did. I hit the whole Kronk, pull the lever thing. And she went, okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Never doing that again, but one-time thing.
Yeah, that was pretty intense, not gonna lie. Hey, you gotta keep your arms and feet crossed at all times and have a good...
Yeah.
And you, trust me, the minute you finally get your feet crossed back, you take off.
Yeah, it's intense and insane. But we're going to go into the fact of the rides that Brady was just talking about. You have the free fall rides, which I can't remember their names. They're all tropical themed.
Yeah, they are.
But you have those. What was your favorite ride?
You mentioned the wave pool, which
right.
it's at the bottom of the volcano in one
yes.
spot. And I really want to touch on this a little bit because you really, really like the fact that they had the lifeguards involved. And what were they doing?
So when the volcano starts to go off and the waves are starting, they have a song with the drums and everything. And the lifeguards are going like this with the song. And it gets kind of people involved and gets you amped up that this is about to start. So that was pretty cool. The volcano doesn't erupt or anything like that. I kind of was like, oh, this is going to be really neat. But the waves start, and it's just a little fun interaction, I think.
Right. Yeah, I think it would... I kept saying one thing I think would be really neat is if the volcano shot out a bunch of water and let it just come off the side. But it's okay. I mean, it does add some extra water that does come out, but it doesn't erupt like a volcano. Whatever. It's still a good park.
Yeah. So let's go back. What was your favorite ride?
Oh, Krakatoa.
So much fun. So what's the cool thing about that, you think?
It's a roller coaster, but it's also a
water roller coaster.
Yeah, aqua coaster. Aqua coaster. So it's really neat, and I believe the way it works is you've got magnets, very strong magnets in the front of each raft, and you can kind of see them on the front. And I think they have like receptors on each side where you go uphill, and it pulls you uphill, which I sat there and I'm like, how is it going to work? Is this really going to work like this? And the minute, so it drops us off. Makes sense. Typical water thing. And then when it pulls you up, it's like, ho-ho! Okay. Sold. We went on that thing, I think the most. It was
5 times, I think. We went
way more than 5. We did 5 in...
one day, didn't we?
More, yeah more than 5 in a day, actually. I think our first day there, we did it 5 times, actually. So, but after that, we rode it like 7, 8 times. It got to the point where us and the guy loading people in the boats was just like, hey, you guys are back. What's up? And we're like, what's up, man? It's like, how many times you been on this? Several.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Right. My favorite... that is the aqua coaster is really cool. But I loved the Fearless River.
Oh yeah. So
the cool thing about Fearless River is if you're a fan of lazy rivers, it's fantastic because it's like a wave pool combined with a lazy river. So it makes it a little more intense, makes it fun, makes it exciting. And we stayed on that, I would say, majority of the time. Yeah. I mean, we rode some other rides and stuff like that, like your traditional tube rides. But we also were on that lazy river, or the Fearless River, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah. Hands down, we were. And you had the first time we got on it, somebody had a little wipeout scenario. Who would that have been?
I don't know.
Yeah. So what they do is there's different chutes off each side where the waves get activated. And she was coming around a corner, and we surprisingly caught it on film. So here this is. And she's coming into that corner, and wham! Here comes all of that water right into her, and she's like,
I wasn't expecting it.
So that was really neat. And there is one part in there where you can scrape up the bottom of your foot a little bit.
Yeah.
I caught it a little bit, but that's because like the bottom drops out in waves, and it's what adds the extra waves to it. So while you're going through there, make sure to pay attention to where your feet are, or anything, and everything.
Just be careful, extra careful in that section.
But it's a lot of fun. So
what's one ride that you didn't like?
One ride I did not like. I don't know. I liked Oh No and Oh Yeah a little bit. The only part that I did not like is you're elevated. And so this was my least favorite part of the riding, or the rides, or the attractions, was you're elevated, you come out, you're 10 to 12 feet over the water, right? Or
right.
is it 6 to 8?
6 to 8 or 6 to 10 or something.
I don't know.
Like
something like that. You're elevated, and then you go and you drop in. Well, when you drop in and come back up, you're disoriented. So you're like, I don't know where to go.
You're just plunged into water.
And you're in deep water, so if you're not a strong swimmer, which I feel like I'm an average swimmer. I'm not a super strong swimmer. I'm not but with that, I started swimming. I come up, I look around, I'm all like, there's my exit. And it was like, no, you can't exit that way. You have to swim all the way across the pool to exit. And I'm like, it's a ladder. But I get it. Policy's policy. I get it. Rules are rules. Follow rules.
I think the scary part to me was when we're in line and you're about to get on, the lifeguards ask if you can actually swim or not. So that's kind of a big inkling to you that this is going to be a ride that is intense, and you're going to be able to have to swim. I don't know if you can ride it without being a swimmer or being able to swim. So I'm an average swimmer, I think, and I instantly put my arms up in the air. Or in the water when I hit the water, because I was scared I couldn't swim. The water's pounding on you, and you're just getting pushed down even more. So that was oh no, and not doing it again for me. I don't know which one I rode, but it didn't matter. I wasn't going to do it again.
I think you rode Oh Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The smaller one.
Yeah. I rode Oh No. Or went down Oh No, I should say.
So let's go into the Tapu Tapus.
The Tapu Tapu.
Tapu Tapu.
Yes.
Okay.
Tapu Tapu.
So, this is like your magic band at Disney World, and essentially, you don't have to carry cash because your cards are connected to it, which is awesome at a water park.
As long as you link it together with your Universal app, like we mentioned the last thing. So you link it with your Universal app, and it links to whatever card or payment option you have tied to it. So we really enjoyed that, and it also reserves your spot in line.
Yes. So you could run up to the Aqua Coaster, which is the most famous one there, and you tap it, and then you're in line, technically.
Yep.
So it gives you time to come back, and that's when you come back and get in your ride. And you don't have to go right away like a Fast Pass at Disney. You can go whenever you're ready. So you can hang out in the Fearless River, and then you can come back if you're ready.
I thought if it went off, you needed to go get in line. If not, it was going to cancel it out. Because you have to show them that it's ready to go.
It stays ready.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Because there was a moment when we were in line and it went off, and I was like, oh no, but it's fine.
Right, yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So it goes off, and we're standing there halfway to the ride in a line, and we're like, let's just see. So we go down, and we get off, and we go, hey, yeah, it went off. And they're like, yeah, go get in line. So we're...
So our next thing is the locker system. So when you're doing the lockers, basically, kind of look at the map and kind of figure out where you're going to be at the most. Because one thing that we discovered was we were at the Fearless River and the Aqua Coaster the most.
Right.
So that's where we wanted our lockers, which was the River Village area.
Yep.
But see, the first day we went there, we just went to the very closest locker, threw our stuff in, and then went.
Yeah. So what happened was we walk in, and they were like, hey, and everybody go this way. The lockers are this way. And I'm like, okay. Lockers are over here. First time at the park, so he's like, yes, follow. Monkey see, monkey do. We go all the way off to this corner of the park, down through a gift shop, all the way out over here in the corner, and we put our stuff in there. And like the closest thing that we ever really stayed at was the wave pool, and it's like, gosh, I want to walk all the way across the park. So my thing is, my suggestion before you go, get the lay of the land, know where you're at, because that second day we had our stuff right there next to us literally the entire time, because all the attractions that we liked, like she said, Fearless River, Krakatoa, they had the whale rides with the little flower tubes that we went down several times. It was right there, centralized hub, and it was the two places that we ate also for those locations. So since I brought up food,
the food. So there was a restaurant that we did go to that had shrimp mac and cheese, and we actually just got one of them because we didn't know if we were gonna like it or not, and we shared it, and we were full.
Yeah.
So I mean
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely enough for two people for swimming, because like my thing is, if I'm in water, I want to eat a little light.
Yeah, you don't want to eat heavy.
Right.
So I really liked it. And then another restaurant that was right beside a place that you get out of at Fearless River.
It looks like a frog.
Yes.
And I can't think of the name of it.
Or frog or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But my meal was like a fruity meat kind of meal that had some banana chips with it.
The Pokey Bowl.
Yes, I can't believe you remembered that. It was I liked it. I didn't like the banana chips, but I'm not a big fan of it. But otherwise, it was a good meal. It was light, what you need when you're at a water park and you're out in the heat and the sun the whole time.
That day, now I tried hers. It was kind of bland to me, and I was like, eh.
I
had nachos. Typical beef nachos. Actually, I don't think there was any beef in it. I think it was just nachos, cheese, and jalapenos. That was it. That's all I had that day. Because I think we planned on eating a big dinner that night at City Walk. So.
Yeah. And plus, you just don't want heavy foods.
Yeah.
So.
But my suggestion is get the shrimp mac and cheese. It's delicious. And I hear their surfboard pizza is phenomenal.
Huh. Maybe next time.
Definitely next time we're going to get some of that pizza.
And so the one thing that we really did not like, and I hate saying it because I love this park, I don't like the bus system.
No.
Now, getting there from your hotel, no big deal. Coming back to your hotel, a Universal Resort anyway hotel, not the best. As Florida goes, it always rains or storms in the afternoon, and everybody's rushing to get out. And we fell into that department one time. And that was the bad part, is that the buses weren't running fast enough to accommodate your COVID times, and just the fact that it was raining and pouring and storming. And as everybody knows, you're not supposed to be standing out in a storm, and there's no protection from that.
No.
So I was not a fan of that.
I will defend one thing here. Where our bus picked us up, we had a place that could cover us. So but you can't see that. So you have to walk out of it, walk through the rain, and then go there. Now, we're at a water park, not really much of a big deal. Unless you've changed, but we didn't change because it was raining. We were already wet. Fine. But the one issue is that we did stand there and wait. And it wasn't just on the rainy day either. It was on the day where I think we got tired of being there.
And we saw some storm clouds coming in, and we just knew it was cutoff time.
Right. Yeah. We were standing in Krakatoa, and I looked out there, and I said, time to go. And she was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yep, time to go.
And I didn't want to leave because I was having such a good time.
Yes, it was such a great time. But we said we had more days that we could go back, so we did. And we left, and we're standing there, and we were waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And we're like, come on, at least have a bus sitting here waiting if there's nobody there. I understand if you're mid-transit, but I don't think it takes 20-30 minutes to get to the park.
It does not. From our hotels, we stayed at Endless Resort, so
it was 5 to 10 minutes maybe. So I feel like they only had one bus cycling, and that was kind of a downer there, but I will say that one bright side to that was we got on before it started raining. We got to our hotel in time. Or actually, when we got out of the bus, it started raining. So we got into the hotel. We sat there for a minute. We showered. We changed. We said, okay, let's go out to the other parks. What do you think? Or do you want to go to City Walk and walk around for a little bit? Well, when we got back out, it was done raining.
Yeah.
So
it's Florida weather.
Yeah.
You have to remember that if you're not from Florida, their storm's going to last 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's done.
Yep.
Life goes on.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. So, would you go to Volcano Bay again?
Absolutely. Favorite water park, like I said, I've only been to 2, but it's awesome. Yeah. Well worth the extra price. And we are not Absolutely. Water park people, let's be honest. We are not.
No, not really.
So I love that we added that on to our tickets, and it was well worth that.
Right. I mean, our thing was, well, I mean, if we don't like it, we can leave and go to the other parks. It's not like we're tied to doing this this day. So park to park, definitely a thing you guys need to get when you go as well. So anyway, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the bell notification button, because next time we're going to have a tips and tricks that we use at Universal Studios that helped us do a lot of things that we were able to do. They are really good. They are really fun. And I guarantee you that you guys are going to want to use them also. So anyway.
So bring on the next adventure.
Bye, guys.